This is my 2019 Yamaha Drive 2 electric golf cart. I have a golf cart heater made by Mr. Heater, but I got tired of using the 1-pound disposable propane bottles because of the expense and the hassle. So I created a custom mount in the cup holder, and the propane is fed by a propane tank mounted to the back of the golf cart. I will start by showing you a list of the components I use, starting with the propane tank and working my way forward to the heater. I started with the Flame King 11-pound squatty propane tank that has the built-in fuel level gauge. The tank's capacity, of course, is equivalent to 11 of the 1-pound green throwaway disposable tanks. And I like the squatty type because of the low center of gravity, and it fits nicely on the seat on the back of the golf cart. Next, I use this propane gas tank adapter with a 3/8 inch male flare on the downstream side for connecting to the propane hose. And this is the propane hose I used. It is 12 feet in length, which allows extra to be curled underneath the cup holder. It's braided with stainless steel for durability, and each end is equipped with a 3/8 inch female threaded connection. I use this adapter to connect the other end of the propane hose to the propane filter underneath the heater. This image of the adapter is inverted from how it actually sits underneath the heater. Next comes the propane filter. Now, the filter isn't actually needed, but it became a really good way to allow the heater to screw onto the top of the mounting box, as you'll see here in a moment. Now, the next two adapters were used to bridge the gap between the physical bottom of the Mr. Heater and the threaded connection where the propane bottle is normally screwed into. You'll see what I mean here in just a moment. I have a rear-facing seat on my golf cart, so I took the propane tank and put it in a plastic milk crate, and it fits perfectly, and then zip-tied the milk crate to the horizontal bar that I use for my golf clubs. You'll also notice I used the split plastic tubing to surround the propane hose, just as an extra measure of caution against wear. I then drilled a hole in the plastic horizontal platform and ran the propane hose through that. It comes out right behind the battery compartment. This is a view from underneath the golf cart that shows the hose coming from behind the battery compartment and then beginning to run forward underneath the golf cart and along the frame. I ran it right along the round tubing of the frame and then zip tied it to that round tubing. Continuing where I zip tied it to the round steel part of the frame, you can see the hose going over the top of a horizontal frame, and then I attached it to a plastic part of the frame, and then the hose continues forward and then begins to go up underneath the cup holder. To remove the cup holder, you simply pry off the Yamaha emblem, and there is a hex screw underneath that you take out, and then you can pull the cup holder straight out as it is held by brackets. This shows the cup holder removed and how I curled the propane hose underneath the cup holder coming from the underside of the front of the golf cart. I attached the heater to the cup holder by building a wooden box that attaches to the square compartment of the cup holder. I used high quality straight and true pine or fir boards that you can get at the big box stores. They come in about 4-foot lengths. This is a 1/2 inch thick The box is approximately 3.5 inches deep by 4 inches wide, and you can see the slot cut in the top that allows the filter to slide in, and the heater screwed into the filter, and so it's friction fit onto the filter. I had to mount it a little forward on the top so that the heater did not hit the window. So if I were to do it again, I would have made the top platform a little bit deeper. This shows the 5 holes I drilled at the bottom of the square compartment, the center hole for the propane hose, and then the 4 smaller holes for the bolts used to mount the wooden box. I recommend using rubber grommets, as I did, not only underneath the box but also underneath the head of the bolts. There's another view of how the 2 adapters fit from the top of the box to underneath the heater. And there you can see underneath those heads I also put a grommet. And as you can see here, it allows for movement, so there's not so much jolting while the cart is in motion. Here's a better view of the adapters used underneath the heater. There's the adapter that connects to the propane hose and then connects to the bottom part of the filter, as you see there. And then there's 2 adapters on top of the filter. There's the first one, and then the second one actually connects to the heater, and that allows the heater to be screwed onto the top of the panel. So there's another view there of the attachment to the heater. It is just friction held onto the top of the box. The last thing I did is remove the tip sensor built into the Mr. Heater. Even though the heater is made for golf carts, it is way too sensitive for any practical use, and kept shutting off my heater. So I found a couple YouTubes on how to bypass the tip sensor, and did that successfully, and now the heater works extremely well. Thanks for watching. Good day. Go Vandals.